And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to A-Town High School, Tornado Alley. It's the A-Town Holiday Classic. Havana and Sherrard getting ready to jump things off. The tip is won by Sherrard. So Havana will get the next jump ball. We'll tell you the starters are in just a second here. Sherrard has the basketball. They'll be going right to left on your TV screen if you're watching. Havana wearing white, Sherrard wearing purple and gold, and a steal. Josie Hughes comes up with it. She'll go back the other way for the Ducks. The runner is off, no good. She got cut off a little bit and left it a little short. Back the other way in a hurry it goes. Sherrard in transition. Three-pointer on the way is good for number 32, Violet Meskin. She gets a triple, and the ball is lost out of bounds by the Ducks. It'll be Sherrard basketball. Three nothing the score here. Early in the first quarter, 7:18 to go. We'll tell you the starters for Sherrard. They have the basketball once again. Number 10, Rachel Fender. There's a shot up and in. Number 42, Grace Bonert gets the bucket. We'll go ahead and finish that. Number 12, Josie Harkey. Number 23, Adeline Ellsbury. Number 32, Violet Meskin, and number 42, Grace Bonert. And a foul is going to be called on Sherrard. The foul is going to be on number 10. That is Rachel Fender, her first. Katie Miller is going to be at the free throw line for the Ducks, trying to get their first points of the ball game. First one is good. Katie Miller, a junior. Two freshmen, two junior, and a senior starting for the Ducks. Both free throws are good. The lone senior starting for the Ducks, Josie Hughes. She's been a good one for quite some time. Pretty much all four of her years. Here's down the court with great passing. And a turnaround left-handed shot off, no good. A rebound put back up and in. That's Grace Bonert. Gets another two. She's got four already. Now driving is Miller. Her shot's partially blocked, and it was knocked away. Hughes comes up with it, though. Three is good for Josie Hughes. Josie Hughes gets the triple to fall. She wears number 5, as she has all of her years at Havana. It's a two-point game, 7-5. Oh, what an up and under move by Meskin, but she can't finish. Rebound to Miller, and she'll take it back the other way. Goes left side. Into the hands of Kramer, Olivia Kramer. Dumps it down in the corner to Hughes, who missed that shot. It's a long rebound. I believe that's Meskin with it. We'll see. No, it's number 23. That is Adeline Ellsbury. Now up top to Bonert. Near side it comes to Fender. Looking down, well overthrew the lob pass to Bonert. Fender looking down in a low post position where there is a definite size advantage for Sherrard, but that one was well overthrown with 5:44 to go. If you're watching the first game of the day, there is a shot clock. Haven't seen in a game that I've been here for, they've never really got close to being into the shot clock violation territory. It's a 35-second shot clock. Right now they're down to 20 seconds in the shot clock, and there's the ball rolling around on the ground and a turnover, and it'll go back the other way to Sherrard. And another. Nope, weren't able to pick it up where the Ducks, so it'll go out of bounds off of Olivia Kramer. As one of the freshmen, Jenny Brooks, has taken a seat. .5:18 remaining into the game. Number 15, Evie Smith. Three on the way by Meskin. She's got one from there. Missed that one. She tracks her own rebound down, though. Misses a shot. It's knocked away. Gets it back and puts it back up and in. Meskin's got 5 to lead all scorers. There's a shot up and in. That's Olivia Kramer on the bucket. Into the middle of the floor. Nice little spin move. Left up with the left hand again. Couldn't get it to fall. That was off the hands of Josie Harkey, and it's back the other way for the Ducks. Into the corner, 3 on the way, long. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Ducks, went off the hand of number 23, Adeline Ellsbury. Number 24, Ellie Swanson checking in for the Tigers, and for the Ducks, number 34, Maggie French. As Katie Miller takes a seat with 4:29 to go. It's a 2-point game. Chance to tie or take the lead for the Ducks here. There's not a lot of motion on the inbounds play. Evie Smith. Now left elbow jumper for Hughes off, no good. Ball is out of bounds off the Ducks. It'll go to Sherrard with 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. Full court pressure by the Ducks, not a surprise. The Ducks, with head coach Michelle Brady, tend to pressure throughout the ball game, especially when they're a little undersized, as they are today. There's a layup. Are they going to count it? We'll see. Basket is good. A foul is going to be on number 10, Rachel Fender. Or no, number 10, excuse me, Olivia Kramer. Her first, team's first. Basket was good by number 23, Adeline Ellsbury. She'll get the old-fashioned three-point play attempt here and miss it. It's going to go off of Harkey, out of bounds. It'll go to the Ducks with 4:01 to go. It's 11-7. Jenna Brooks back in the ball game. Hughes skips it across to Brooks. Also in the game, Maggie French, as we said, number 34. There's Smith with it. Down to Hughes, baseline jumper, left a little long. Harkey with the rebound. She's double teamed, in trouble. Finally going to hand it off. Crossed half court into the corner. This little jab step, puts the shot up. Wasn't a pretty shot, but she got it up and in for number 24, Ellie Swanson. Shots off, no good. Sherrard foul. Foul's going to be on Meskin, her first, team second. Miller coming back in, taking a seat for the first time, is going to be Ava Kramer. Smith to Hughes as they go around the horn. Three on the way left side, off back iron, no good. That was French. Katie Miller with the rebound. It's going to go off of, let's see who that is over there. Meskin out of bounds. It'll stay with the Ducks. They trail by 6, 13-7. 2:56 to go in quarter number 1. This was scheduled to be game number 4. It's actually game number 3 of the day here at the A-Town Holiday Classic, the Erie Prophetstown game. And a kick is going to be called, as they were scheduled to play Illini West. Justice is sitting beside me, says Mother Nature won a game 2 today. That she did. I don't know that Illini West probably wanted to drive in that mess that was this morning either, but my daughter goes there, and there's a lot of rural roads in that district. It's a very large district. I don't know where most of those girls come from to play on the team necessarily, but it was not pretty at my house, I'll guarantee you that. That's why we had only video for the first game of the day. Meskin for 3 again. That's well off the mark. On the floor, Harkey comes up with it finally. 3 on the way, in and out, no good. That was off the hands of Ellsbury. Now it's on the floor again. Jump ball. Possession should be to Havana. 2:21 to go. But at any rate, Erie Prophetstown and Illini West was canceled at what was scheduled to be the 10:30 game. So Lewiston won over Orion this morning. Monmouth Roseville just beat Knoxville, and we're into game 3/4 here this afternoon. It's Sherrard and Havana. Sherrard leads 13-7. Tell you the players of the game in the first two games here in a couple minutes as well. Pass out top and a steal. Meskin back the other way and it rolls in. She's got 7 and it's 15-7. There's a shot up off, no good. Ava Kramer. No, that's Brooks, excuse me, number 1, not number 2. Came down with it while sitting on her backside. Ended up getting it out to one of her fellow Ducks players, and they'll reset the offense. Katie Miller, left wing. Mid-range jumper off, no good. Back the other way it goes on the hands of Rachel Fender. Left side, 3 on the way. It's short. Boy, a lot of contact down there. Not sure if we're wrestling or playing basketball. Jenna Brooks gets the bucket. Stops the bleeding for the Ducks. The 3 was by Swanson. On the floor, I believe, was Grace Bohert. And now a jump ball or a foul. We'll call a jump ball. It'll be Sherrard basketball. .2 seconds remaining. 15-9 is the score. Score is correct. Central, Southeastern, and Byron await a little later tonight. Macomb is up next, playing Rock Ridge. There's a 3 on the way, left side. Boy, Sherrard likes to shoot that triple from the left wing. That was Tegan Nelson on the shot there. There's a block down low for Sherrard. Back the other way, kicked out. Brooks comes up with it. Hughes, step back, skips it across to Miller. 27 seconds remaining. There's number 32, Aslan Nemelman. Nice look, down low, basket is good for number 32, Nemelman. And that's 4 straight points for the Ducks. They've cut it to a 4-point lead. But back the other way. Bounce pass down low, went to Bohert, and she missed it. Had a good look, but missed it. That's the end of the first quarter of play. 15-11 is the score. We'll take a break. You're watching the A-Town Holiday Classic on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back here to Abington Avon High School as we're in what was scheduled to be game 4, game 3 here this afternoon. 15-11. The lead currently for the Sherrard Tigers. They led by 8, 15-7, but a 4-0 run to end the quarter for the Ducks have brought them back. Not a lot of free throw shooting, not a lot of shooting fouls. There were some fouls called, but only a couple of them were shooting fouls. The rest were reaching fouls and things of that nature. Havana starts this quarter with the basketball. There's a shot up off, no good, and I jinxed it because right there is another foul. It'll be on 23 of the Tigers. Adeline Ellsbury, her first, team's first of the quarter. Free throw line shooting a couples. Josie Hughes, she hits the first. The Ducks were 2 of 2 in the first quarter from the free throw line. They continue to be perfect, 4-4. It's 15-13. Tigers 0 for 1 in the first quarter. Oh, a little push off there. Clear out. No foul call. They are letting them play as Brooks gets the rebound there. 7:33 to go in the first half. Hughes going to drive, puts the shot up. Hard off the glass, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Fender. I do believe it'll be her second if it is. Team second. At the free throw line shooting 2 is number 10, Olivia Kramer. 7:29 to go. First free throw off, no good. (15-13) to score. A 6-0 run currently for Havana has got them back in the ball game, spreading over the first and second quarters. Missed both of them there with a chance to tie from the free throw line. There's a drive by Ellsbury, kick out. 3 well long for Tegan Nelson. Saved in, Hughes comes up with it. Back the other way it goes for the Ducks. Again, a chance to tie or take a lead. Hughes picks up the dribble, gives it to Brooks. Up top, Katie Miller. 6:45 left here in quarter number 2. Brooks was knocked down, lost her footing. Sherrard comes up with it. Fender for 3. That's off, no good. Shot, rebound, and put back by Nelson is no good. Rebound to Hughes. Hughes is going to drive. She stops. 14-foot jumper, in and out, no good. That's Nelson of the Tegan variety with the rebound. 6:10 remaining. Sherrard with the basketball. Sherrard has not scored for several. Oh, man, there's a big collision. Oh, nice little dump pass, but not ready for it was Nelson. Jump ball, possession to Sherrard. That looked like a wrestling belly flop from the top rope right there. Jump ball's called, though. Sherrard with the basketball after the jump ball call. 5:59 to go in the first half. Hughes had a chance at a steal if she'd have turned around. That was pass interference if you're playing football on a defensive back right there. $5:45 to go, looking down low. They'll come out, and Hughes another steal. I think that's a school whistle maybe that just went off there, school bell. Team's kind of stopped. Smith with it down low, puts up the pump fake, puts the shot up and in, and we're tied finally at 15. Evie Smith gets the bucket. 5:18 remaining. It's the completion of a comeback. Evie Smith is going to pick up a foul. Called the block. I think that could have been called either way if you really wanted to. And it's going to be a bunch of 5s and 15s on the scoreboard. It's 5:15 remaining. The score is 15 apiece. Not sure if we're playing basketball or rugby at this moment, but jump ball, I think. What did we call there? Timeout called by Sherrard. If that was a jump ball, it should have been Havana's basketball. Is that what you had, Justice? I think they're getting ready to give it to Sherrard, but I'm not real sure. 5:05 remaining. 15-15 is the score. We'll keep it here. You see Sherrard on your screen right there. And head coach Doug Swanson having a one-sided conversation with his team at the moment. 5:05, as I said, to go. I want to give Tally Vaha from Monmouth Roseville a Big congratulations for getting player of the game in the last contest, the Monmouth-Roseville win over Knoxville. And Abby Wiegand from Lewiston got the player of the game nod in game number 1 of the day. So every game has a player of the game. Right now, if Sherrard were to win, I'd say it was Meskin probably. She leads them with 7 points. But they are on, what is it, Justice? Probably 5 minutes without scoring, aren't they? Or 3 minutes into this quarter almost. It is Havana basketball after the jump ball. That's jump ball number 4 of the day. Anybody keeping tally of that at home? 4:55 here in this game, I should say. Josie Hughes with it. Sherrard has scored a bunch of points to get an 8-point lead really quickly, and then they have went cold from the field. Settling for a lot of threes. Katie Miller pull-up jumper from the free throw line off, no good. Rebound by Meskin, and she takes it back the other way. Smith is all over. Smith's going to pick up her second foul. It's the second of the quarter, team second. Casey Jones says this crew lets the blood shed before they call anything. Well, it's been pretty physical. You might say physical here so far. 4:24 to go. There's a traveling violation called on Harkey. Checking in is Nelson and Beth Churchill for the Chargers, or for the Tigers, excuse me. Still tied at 15. Halfway through, essentially, we're at 4:12, and Sherrard has not scored since about 6 minutes into the first quarter. They're approaching. There's a long shot off, no good. Thankfully for them, there's a jump ball is going to be called again, and that'll be Sherrard basketball. Checking back in is Olivia Kramer for the Ducks. 3:58 to go in the first half. Nelson's going to inbound for the Tigers. Meskin picked up by the 32 on the opposing team, Nemelman. Her shot is blocked. Miller comes down with it. She outlets it to Hughes. Hughes goes to the basket. Pump fake and gets the shot up, and the Ducks have their first lead of the night. Josie Hughes has 7 points of her own. 3:35 to go. It's a 10-0 run and then a steal by the Ducks. Double dribble called with 3:30 remaining. Into Meskin it comes from Nelson. Melman again. Spin, a little up and under move, and it's going to count, I do believe. The basket is good. Ellsbury gets the bucket. She'll get her second and one attempt of the game. Free throw off again. Foul is on Ava Kramer, her first, team second. Jenna Brooks, team's fourth. Three on the way, in and out. Blue? The ball must have hit the baseline before Sherrard player touched it. Brooks checks out. Meskin going to drive. Going to say it's on the floor. Team 5th foul on the Ducks. So Tigers will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Meskin at the free throw line. She misses her first. They are 0 for 3 from the charity stripe. Tied at 17. They went 7 minutes without scoring. Did the Tigers. Meskin gives her team the lead back. Hughes with it, skips it across. Hughes, jumper, good, and the Ducks have the lead back. Three on the way, right corner. That was tried to bank shot that time. No good. It's a 1-on-3 break, and Ava Kramer's going to back it out with 2:10 remaining. Her team up by 1. Hughes for 3. It's good. Josie Hughes has 10 in the half, and they've got her for 12. I guess that 12 is right. I can't add. There's a pass out of bounds. It's 22-18. She's got 9 in the quarter. 1:53 remaining here in the first half. Down the corner, Katie Miller with it. She'll put up the 3. It looks good. It is good. And the Ducks finally finding some range here. Miller has 5 points. And an over and back violation called on Sherrard. The Ducks are in the midst of an 18-3 run since about the 6-minute mark of quarter number 1. 6 minutes in, I should say 2-minute mark. 3 on the way, trying it for a 3 in a row, didn't make it. No turkey available there. 1:15 to go in the first half. Meskin with it. She's got 8 points to lead Sherrard. 12 points for Hughes to lead her squad. Skips it out. 3 on the way. Off again, no good. Ball tipped. And Harkey comes down with it. A jump ball is going to be called to be possession to Havana. That's jump ball number 6 of the game. 49 seconds exactly on the clock. Ava Kramer, the freshman, going to come back and bring the ball up the floor for Havana. 25-18 the score. Kramer goes to Hughes. 40 seconds left. And the pass intended for Madeline Howarder is lost. Now Meskin's going to put the shot up and get it to fall. It died on the rim, back of the iron, but it did fall in. 22 seconds remaining, 25-20. If you'd have seen this game start, you would have never thought the Ducks would be up by 5 with a chance to build on that going into the half. Katie Miller, nice little crossover, kicks it over Hughes for 3, left wing, good! Josie Hughes gets her 3rd 3 of the game, 2nd of the quarter. That's no good, but it did bank in. No good, though. The final score at the half, 28-20. The Ducks have the lead over Sherrard. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second half in just a little bit. You're watching the A-Town Holiday Classic on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Oh, welcome back. We're here with Adrian McGregor. Adrian, you're a Macomb guy.
Yes.
So you're living in Macomb, working at MDH.
Yes.
What's your position?
So I'm the Vice President of Clinical and Support Services here at the hospital. I have about 120 employees that roll up my direction through the organizational chart. And probably the easiest way to explain is I have a great group of department directors that work for me. So areas like radiology and lab and physical therapy and cardiopulmonary services, those are kind of the main areas that roll my way. And then on the support side, pretty much all things with the plant, the facilities, keeping it clean, construction, all of that rolls up in my direction as well. So I never am bored, and I have plenty to do every day. So sometimes it feels like I just need more daylight than I need work. But this is a great organization, and I work with some of the best people in this community, and I'm proud of that. Mostly proud of all that they are and all that they do, and the employees and what they contribute to the organization. We have a great group here.
Well, two things that caught my attention in what you mentioned. There's been a lot of construction going on, so you've had a lot to deal with. Maybe we could hit on that.
Sure.
But I don't know that in any of the times that I've done these interviews that we've talked about keeping the facility clean.
Yes.
I think those are the forgotten heroes of this place, right? Because if any place needs to be clean, it's here.
Yes.
How important and how much effort goes into keeping a hospital clean?
Well, I can tell you a tremendous amount of effort is made at keeping the facility clean. And just to give you an idea of the complexity of that, we have 14,000 visits a year in our emergency department, for instance. Everybody that comes to the emergency department is most likely having a bad moment of their day, or could be a game changer for their year or even beyond. And so obviously that high volume, that equates to 40 or 50 patients a day. You got to have a clean place for every patient coming in, hour by hour, minute by minute. And so that area just alone has to be kept clean. But then when you expand out to, we have approximately 800,000 square feet that needs to be kept clean throughout the entire hospital.
That's a lot of feet.
We do have a lot of employees engaged in that area. Jimmy Rogers actually oversees that area and then some. And so he has put together a team within our environmental services department to ensure cleanliness within the four walls of the hospital alone, but then also partners with several independent contractors that work on some of our business buildings or our physician buildings in other clinics that we have that aren't even located in Macomb. And so he and I have worked closely together over the past 3 years on this. And it was a struggle during COVID for sure, because you want to ensure that every area is cleaned, not only daily, but at times within every hour, if not more. And so it is a valiant effort. It's so important that Medicare watches for any type of hospital-acquired infection that could be picked up from the hospital. So our job is to stay clean, keep clean, and be even cleaner than mom or grandma would ever want you to have. So
a lot more than washing hands.
It really is, and hand washing is part of that as well. In our infection control department, who would have thought that within healthcare that keeping your hands cleaned every hour, every day, after every and even during patient interactions could be a game changer with preventing further infection. And we watch it very, very closely. And of course, everywhere you go, you see not only sinks and patient care areas, but hand gelling in and throughout that. And so we have to, it's what we do. It's not, oh, wow, that's a lot. It's what you do in healthcare. You have to do it. It takes care of patients. It takes care of practitioners. It is basic and fundamental, but when you do it, the outcomes are pretty clear. You help patient care. You prevent infections from happening that shouldn't have happened. Number one. Number two is your staff stay healthier as well.
Which is key in today's world.
Absolutely.
Well, Adrian, I greatly appreciate you coming and talking. And we just touched on some of the stuff that you deal with on a daily basis. So I'm sure we can talk to you again about some other things.
You bet.
But it was fun talking about the things that people kind of, I think, forget about a little bit or get left behind. We talk about the doctors and the nurses all the time. we don't talk about the people that keep that
You bet.
stuff rolling. So I appreciate you being here. And
Thank you
look
so
forward to talking
much.
to you
It was
soon.
wonderful. Thank you.
We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back. I'm here with Melissa Onion, and another employee at MDH. And why don't you tell everybody what your job is here at MDH?
Sure. I am the director of obstetrics here at MDH, so I oversee labor and delivery, nursery, and postpartum care.
So the labor and delivery unit is newish for MDH and state of the art, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. It was recently renovated in 2019. It is absolutely gorgeous. We have whirlpool spa tubs in every labor room. We have 3 labor rooms, 8 postpartum rooms, all private suites, so it's very nice.
What is it about labor and obstetrics that's important for a hospital? Because you see so many hospitals that are losing that department. What is it that made MDH, or what is it that keeps it at MDH?
I always like to tell people that the community truly funded our women's center, because they did. They were the ones that raised the money for us to renovate our facility and to continue on. It's so important right now in the state of Illinois. There's less than 20 level 2 facilities left that are offering birthing facilities. So it's so important and vital for our community to keep those facilities going.
Well, obviously, you're local. You're from the Rushville area, so you're local to the region anyway. So you can feel that personally as in MDH's growth in the area. It means something to you because you're from here.
Absolutely. Grew up, born and raised in Rushville, just 30 minutes away. But in this community, the closest tertiary care center is over an hour away. That is vital to have a facility, especially in maternal care, that mothers can go to and need. So it's very important that we're here.
Well, we've talked about in our interviews in years past and now and this year about how important the staff is. You know, it doesn't matter how good the facility is if you don't have a good staff. And it seems like everybody you talk to at MDH cares about their job and what they do.
I think that's what's so unique about a rural facility is we all know each other. At larger facilities, sometimes you're just a number. We're here, you're an individual. We see you as a true person. Our staff is truly a family. That's something that we pride ourselves on because we are such a small knit group. It's wonderful to be a part of.
You know, some people, as they chase a career, and I'm not saying you're chasing a career, but as you chase a career and you move up the ladder, you know, you want to move up to bigger and better things, quote unquote. It seems like there's a lot of local folks that climb the ladder at MDH and that's where they want to be. And you seem to be one of those people too. What is it about MDH that makes you want to climb the ladder here, but you want to stay here?
Once again, it's that small town feel, that sense of community within our hospital. We have a great administrative team that's really supported a lot of the younger leaders to continue to grow and to grow up that ladder and to give us the skills that we need to do so. So I really owe it to them to assist me to do that.
If you talk about the labor and delivery wing, pick out a couple of things. You mentioned the whirlpools. Let's leave that out. Mention a couple things from the department that you think helps MDH stand out.
So because we are a rural facility, we are able to provide one-on-one care to our moms when they're in labor. We've recently been recognized for our Promoting Vaginal Birth initiative from the state of Illinois. And we've implemented what is called a power tower that has all sorts of tools that moms can use during their labor to empower them through that process. And our staff love working with the moms to do that.
And obviously you work with the moms, but care for the babies after they're born is key also. What is that? How do you guys separate those two things? Do you feel like both are equally as important, and are you able to handle both equally as well?
Absolutely. So we're unique once again in the sense that we have to be versatile in all areas of obstetrics. If you go to a larger facility, usually you pick one area that you're an expert in, where we have to be an expert in all areas. And I think that really makes us stand out. That's not something that we take lightly. We jump in and we try to be the best in every single area that we can be.
Well, Melissa, I thank you for coming and talking to us here, and it's a beautiful wing, and do everything you can to keep it as beautiful as it is, because I know that the mothers appreciate it. So
absolutely. Well, thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
And welcome back. Maybe, as we had an error in our screen, so we'll see if we're still on here, folks. Hopefully you can see us just fine, which is generally the case when this happens, but we'll make sure. Starting the second half here from the A-Town Holiday Classic. Third quarter action will be Sherrard basketball to start the third quarter. And it is working. So we'll keep going here. 7:45 remaining in the third quarter. Harkey drives baseline, puts a shot up. It's long. Rebound and a basket for Grace Bonner. She'll get an old-fashioned three-point play attempt. Fouls on number 2, Ava Kramer. And the free throw is good. I believe Katie Miller actually picked that up. It was Katie Miller. That's the first and one they've been able to make for the Tigers. 28-33 the score. Both teams have had 8-point leads now. Miller's going to get called for the travel, and she did. She jumped, stepped, and shot, and that is by definition a travel. 7:21 to go here in the third quarter. .704 remaining. Another long three off, no good. Harkey tracks it down, looks down low. That's Boner with it. Back to Harkey, 6:50 remaining in the third quarter. Goes off of Ava Kramer out of bounds. It'll stay with Sherrard. 6:48 remaining. Sherrard inbounding. Gets the defender. Back to a wide open Ellsbury for three. So what was an 8-point lead has become a 2-point lead, and just like the first half, it's all Sherrard early here, and that shot, an up and under little shot off, no good. Brooks pump fakes, puts the shot up, a lot of contact, no basket as she missed the shot. The rebound to Harkey, and it'll go back the other way. Sherrard with a chance to tie or take a lead here. Their second possession to do that. That one goes right through the legs of Fender, out of bounds. Little Bob Buckner, Billy Buckner, right? With the Olay for the Mets. Bill Buckner. For you baseball fans that might be watching out there. 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Brooks with it top of the key for Havana. Right side, Smith with the basketball, picks up the dribble. Harkey reaches in there. A jump ball is going to be called. Possession to Havana. Jump ball number 7 of the day. You can tell how physical a basketball game is by the number of jump balls they have. When you get more than 4, you know there's been a lot of pretty physical game. There's Hughes with the shot up high off the glass. No good. Harkey with the rebound. Hughes is going to steal it back and then throw it off of Ellsbury out of bounds. It'll be Havana basketball with 5:37 remaining. Hughes, the savvy veteran, the senior for the Ducks, kind of snuck in there, got the steal, and then was going out of bounds, so she threw it away off of Ellsbury, and then a jump ball, possession to Sherrard. Well, that's about as quick of a jump ball as I've seen. It's Sherrard basketball. Timeout. Charge to somebody. That's going to be by Havana. Be their first. Both teams will have 4 timeouts. We'll keep it here. Tell you the scoring going in at the half. 10 points to lead the Tigers for Violet Meskin. A game-high 15 points for Josie Hughes. on the strength of 3 3-pointers. She's also 2 for 2 from the free throw line. The Tigers 1 for 4 from the charity stripe in the first half. The Havana Ducks 4 for 6 from the free throw line. The Ducks had 17 points in quarter number 2 compared to the 5 points that were had by Sherrard. 5:36 left after the 32nd timeout from Havana. 28-26 the score. Havana has yet to score here in this second half. Ellsbury with it. Loses it, gathers it back up. Meskin now, 5:30 left. Maybe 330 seconds. Down low. Shot for Bohart is up and in. Bohart gets the bucket and we're tied. So it's been an 8-0 run to start the half for the Sherrard Tigers. The odd quarters, 1 and 3, have started very similarly. See if the Ducks can come up with a run. They did come up with a run in the first quarter. And another jump ball. Possession to Havana. Wonder what the record for jump balls in a game are. I bet it's a lot. Hey, Justice, give me the over-under. What's your guess? In a game. There's a shot up and in for Katie Miller. That's the first bucket of the half for the Ducks at about the 4:48 mark. And it's 30-28. Harkey. Holy smokes. Harkey's going to get called for the foul there. Justice says 22. That's Justice's guess. Wyatt Reed is going to call the rest of the games today for TSSR. Wyatt, what's your guess for most jump balls in a game?
22.
Well, that's what Justice said, 22. Not counting the possession changes at the quarter.
I'd say about 17.
17, 22 and 17. Now, between games, I want to see if I can find if there's a record for that. Josie Hughes misses the shot. Ellsbury lays it high off the glass. Hughes is going to track down the rebound. 4:10 remaining. The Ducks have rebuilt a 2-point lead. They were up by 8 at the half. It's an 8-2 run. And now Hughes, a little Scottie Pippen-esque bank shot right there, high off the glass. And it's back to a 4-point lead for the Ducks. As I was saying, Sherrard started the first quarter. Timeout, 30-second variety charge to Sherrard. It'll be their second timeout. They'll have 3 timeouts remaining. We'll take a 15-second break as well. You're watching the A-Town Holiday Classic on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you, and we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
And welcome back as you see the Havana Duck and Coach Brady on the screen right there. Coach Brady, a former Northwestern La Harpe basketball player. I watched her play in high school back in the day. She was a good one. And the way she coaches is the way she played. Up and at it, pushing the tempo. Not a surprise that she coaches that way. 3:38 to go. The Ducks lead Sherrard by 4. Meskin is going to get fouled. And Hughes with the reach in. That'll be the first on Josie Hughes. Team's second of the quarter. Left elbow jumper by Meskin is off, no good. Harkey, a little left-handed baby hook, gets it to fall. It's back to a 2-point game. Hughes, no, that's not Hughes. Who is that? Oh, it is Hughes. I was right the first time. She'll get it to fall, and a foul call. Foul's going to be on Ellsbury, unofficially her second. Hughes with a chance to Finish the old-fashioned three-point play. Can't get it done. Over there with it is Kendall Maynard for, no, that's number 24, not 34, excuse me. That's Swanson. Ellsbury down to Nelson. Her shot's off, no good, but Smith is going to pick up a foul, I believe. It is her third unofficially. Team's third. Nelson at the free throw line shooting 2 with 2:56 to go in the third quarter. First free throw, back iron way up off the backboard and in for Nelson. It's her first point of the night, Tegan Nelson. Second one's off, no good. Hughes pushes it the other way. Her left-handed shot off, no good. And she's going to pick up another foul as she got into the backside of Harkey. She'll pick up her second foul here in the quarter. Team's fourth. And the Tigers will be in the bonus after this. Harkey, a little jab step drive, shot off, no good. And I don't know what percentage Sherrard is shooting from the field, but they've had a lot of good looks, and they just have not gotten anything to fall. And there's Ava Kramer going to be called for a travel. Checking back in is Grace Bohert. Checking out is Harkey for Sherrard. 2:31 remaining in the third quarter. Olivia Kramer back in the ball game right there. A switching man here, and that goes off of Bohert. Bohert out of bounds. It'll be Havana basketball, 2:20 to go. The Havana press has definitely caused some issues for Sherrard. I don't know that's really turned into. There's French for three. It's short, right on, but just a little short. At the bottom of the net, but not through the rim is the problem. 2:04 remaining. Bohert with it. Now Nelson back to Bohert. There's Katie Miller's going to save it in to Olivia Kramer. Back to Miller, and it'll go back the other way. 1:50 remaining. Back to Miller. Her shot's up. Foul is going to be called. I believe it'll be on 24. It is on Ellie Swanson, unofficially her first. Team's third foul of the half. Miller at the free throw line. She hits the first. Back to a 4-point lead. Hits the second. And now Ellsbury is going to be called for a foul, a charge. Ellsbury's third, fourth of the quarter. Rachel Fender is going to check in, replacing Ellsbury with 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Fender has 2 fouls of her own. Ducks have the basketball up by 5. Sherrard has that's one of those deals right there where French went on a zig and Hughes threw the zag, and it went uncontested out of bounds. 1:30 remaining. Long 2 by Meskin. Her shot's off, no good. Rebound by French, stolen away by Meskin. And now Meskin is going to get a couple free throws. Foul is on number 34, Maggie French. Her first, team's 5th. 1:22 remaining. Meskin at the free throw line. She misses the first one. Meskin is 1 for 3 now, with the 4th one coming here. Again, Sherrard scores a bunch of points early in the first quarter, and then they go cold from the field and miss 3 of 4 free throws in the final few minutes as well. And still 36-31 Havana. Ava Kramer is shots blocked. Approaching 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Meskin down low. Go to Nelson. Left-handed shot. Rattles around and falls through. Tegan Nelson gets the bucket. 48 seconds remaining. Katie Miller is going to drive. Dumps it down to Ava Kramer. High off the glass and good. It's the first bucket for Ava Kramer. 35 seconds remaining. As French brings it. That's a double dribble. Fender, excuse me, not French with the double dribble. 31.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Havana a chance to build on a 5-point lead. Got one more quarter left. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Girls, if they want to, can go back and watch, and they can see if you were here watching them or not. Really cool for the folks from out of town to talk about where you're watching from. Let the girls see it. Ball was tipped across, no over and back. Hughes back to Miller. Miller is going to get called for the travel. That's a definite look like a travel. I don't know if it really was a travel, but it definitely looked like one. So I could see it. Looked like she caught it and it didn't get the ball down to the floor very quickly. 17.3 seconds remaining. 38-33 is the score. It's going to come up the floor to Sherrard. There's Meskin with it. Up top, it goes to Fender. Fender back to Meskin. Meskin puts a shot up. It's off, no good. Foul's going to be on Olivia Kramer. It'll be her second. Smith's going to check back in after 2 free throws. Meskin will be back at the free throw line. She just missed 2. She's 1 for 4. That one looks good. It's not. Just short off front iron. Smith comes in. Checking out's Ava Kramer. 2.8 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. That one's short as well. Rebound to Miller. Now to Hughes. She's going to loft it. It's close, and it's off no good, wide right, and that's how the third quarter is going to end. 38-33 the score. You're watching the A-Town Holiday Classic on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back in just a minute or so.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back here. As you see Sherrard leaving the huddle, it'll be Sherrard basketball to open the fourth quarter of play. Means Havana will have the possession arrow in their favor. Fouls clear, fourth quarter underway, and already a player's on the floor. Less than a second in. Now Smith is going to pick up her fourth foul. First for the Ducks. Ava Kramer going to check back in for Smith. Game high 19 points for Josie Hughes so far after 3 quarters. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. She's got 3 3-pointers as well. Still Sherrard with it, 7:40 remaining. Oh, nice little jab step, goes left, baseline jumper, off no good. Holy smokes. Harkey had a whole handful of white jersey and spun to play around, no foul called. 7:25 to go. Hughes over to Miller for 3, no good. Well, it looked good, just a little long. Now outlet to Meskin. Meskin down to the floor. Jump ball. No, timeout. 30-second timeout. Charge to the Tigers. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining. We'll keep it here. The Ducks 6 of 9 from the free throw line in the contest. The the Tigers are just 3 of 11 from the charity stripe. So we're under 7 minutes to go in the basketball game. Looking down low, a nice pass and a nice move. A basket for Boner. Down to a 3-point game. Kick to the corner. Ava Kramer with it. Goes to Olivia Kramer. Her shot short. Katie Miller had it slip through her hands out of bounds. It'll be Tigers basketball with 6:38 remaining. Checking into the game for Havana, number 32, Aslan Nemelman. Again, thanks for joining us here from the A-Town Holiday Classic. There's a steal by the Ducks. Ava Kramer comes up. They got numbers, but she's going to bring it out and slow things down. Meskin was harassing the heck out of her. Nemelman's going to get called for the travel. 6:10 remaining. Still a 3-point game. We're approaching 2 minutes. Just 2 points have been scored here in the fourth quarter. It is 2 for the Tigers and Grace Boner. Outside of that, not been a lot of offense. And a trip. That might be on Hughes. We'll see. They are. That's 3 on Hughes. All of them here in the second half. Team second timeout on the floor. Charged to the Ducks. It'll be another 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. 10 points, a team high for Violet Meskin, but she is 1 for 6 from the charity stripe. She was 0 for 4 in the third quarter. Last couple looked really good, just came up a smidge short. Katie Miller 4 for 4 with 9 points for the Ducks to go along with the 19 from Josie Hughes. 9 points for Grace Boner, as she has the second highest points on the Tigers squad. She is 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Tegan Nelson is 1 for 2. Adeline Ellsbury is, and if Olivia Kramer would have turned around, she'd have had that. There's a 3 on the way. It's off, it's going to hit up top. And it went through the rim. It went through, but it's no good. It went through, no good. It actually hit the top of the backboard, hit the railing that holds the basketball up, and then fell back through the hoop. But it does not count for Meskin. That's the kind of shooting day the Tigers have been having, folks. They just have not been able to get the ball to fall. Hughes, left corner, off no good. Out to Harkey. She loses the ball but gathers it back up. Brooks picks her up. 5:35 remaining. Neither team shooting the ball overly well. When the Ducks were able to break it open a little bit, there's Ellsbury. She wants a three. It's off no good. And I think Harkey is going to pick up another foul. Yep, it's going to be on Harkey. That'll be her second. Team's first of the fourth quarter. Fender coming out. Harkey coming out. Tegan Nelson and Ellie Swanson coming in for the Tigers. 5:15 remaining. The Ducks have yet to score here in the fourth quarter. They're clinging to a three-point advantage. Their defense and subpar shooting for the Tigers has kept the Ducks in the game to this point, as the Ducks have not shot the ball overly well except for a stretch at the end of the second quarter. Other than that, it has not been a very good shooting day for either team. Hughes with it, 4:47 to go. She's going to drive. She puts the runner hard off the glass, no good. There's another school whistle. 4:35 down to Meskin. Her layup is good. It's a one-point game. Violet Meskin has a team-high 12 now with 4:25. Meskin, number 32. Josie Hughes. Now Ava Kramer, right side Brooks. Those two are freshmen. A lot of youth playing for Havana. Ava Kramer looks to pass. She hesitated on the dribble, and she gets called for a double dribble. Josie Hughes takes a quick break here. I'm guessing she'll set for just maybe 30 seconds or so to get a little breath to go the rest of the way. It's a one-point game, 38-37. And the Tigers have the basketball, trailing by one. Havana unofficially has the possession. There's a three by Ellsbury. It is by Ellsbury. She's got 10. And the Tigers have the lead by 2, 40-38. Into the corner, three on the way, no good. Tigers with a rebound. It's Swanson who came down with it. 3:33 remaining. Now the Tigers have the basketball and the lead. Havana, pull-up jumper, Meskin, well off the mark, no good. And now a foul is going to be called on Harkey. It is on Harkey. That will be her third. The second of the quarter. Both teams have two here in quarter number 4. Katie Miller checks back in, and Josie Hughes is back in. I don't think she even got 30 seconds on the bench. Hughes with it. Three, left wing, off back iron, no good. Ball tracked down by Ava Kramer. She goes down to Miller. Miller's shot up and in, and we're tied at 40. Katie Miller gets her 11th points, 10th and 11th points. Swanson to Harkey. She throws it hard off the glass and count it. I believe Brooks is going to pick up the foul. Nope, it's going to be on Katie Miller. It's her second, team's third foul. Harkey gets the bucket, and the free throw is good. Harkey has 5 points. Three for Hughes, no good. Rebound to Miller. And she got knocked to the ground by Ellsbury. There's a shot off, no good by Hughes. Smith guarding Swanson with 4 fouls. 2:25 remaining. Down to Nelson. Her left-handed shot off, no good. Brooks with the rebound, 2:20 remaining. Right side, Miller. She's going to drive. She puts the shot up off, no good. Back the other way in a hurry goes Meskin. Left side, 3 on the way. Well off the mark. Hughes with the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go now. Still a 3-point game. Hughes all the way back the other way. She's going to be fouled. She'll get a couple free throws. Foul is on Ellie Swanson, her second. Team's third. Both teams have 3 fouls now. Josie Hughes at the free throw line, shooting 2. She's 2 for 3 from the charity stripe today. Misses the first. Checking back in for Sherrard, number 42, Grace Bonert. Second one is good. It's a 2-point game. 43-41. We've had a couple good ones down the stretch here. And, Josie Hughes is going to get called for her 4th foul. It's 4 on Josie Hughes. She's got 20 points. Ellsbury with the layup. Adeline Ellsbury has 12. Hughes, jumper off, no good. Swanson with the rebound. 1:28 remaining. Harkey. Timeout, charge to Sherrard. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining, or 1 timeout remaining. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here. Update everybody here on what's going on. It's 45-41. Havana has scored just 3 points here in quarter number 4. 1:16 remaining in the 4th quarter. Meskin, has 12 points. Ellsbury has 12 points. Bonert has 11 points for the Tigers in the game. 5 points in the quarter for Ellsbury, 3 points in the quarter for Harkey. She's got a total of 5. Just 3 points scored here in quarter number 4 for the Ducks. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Hughes to get her to 20 points. 11 points with a bucket here total for Katie Miller. She's 4 for 4 from the charity stripe, but unless they can get a couple buckets quick, the free throw shooting is not going to be as important for the Ducks as it's going to be for Sherrard. Sherrard came into this quarter shooting just 3 of 11. They're now 4 of 12 from the charity stripe in the ball game. Shot clock is in effect. It's down to 16 seconds, and they're going to throw that one away. And that's exactly what the Ducks needed if they want to get back into it. 1:11 remaining, 45-41 the score. They are close on the fouls, so only a couple fouls needed to make them shoot. So Miller for 3. It's off, no good. Long rebound picked up by Ellsbury. She's going to be fouled by Jenna Brooks. Be her 3rd, team's 4th. So the Tigers, that's their 5th, excuse me. I missed one. So the Tigers are in the bonus. Ellsbury's at the free throw line. She hits the first. She was 0 for 2 coming into this set of free throws. Second one's good as well. Much like the Leathernecks men's. Oh, there's Hughes for a long 3. It's good. It's 47-44. Josie Hughes gets her 4th triple. She's got 23 points. And it's a timeout charge to Havana. So it's a 1-possession game with 50.9 seconds remaining. As you see Sherrard on the screen there, Coach Swanson talking to his team, trying to come up with a plan to get the ball in bounds and then force another foul. So the Tigers were 3 of 11 coming into the 4th quarter from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3 here in quarter number 4. That makes them 6 of 14. So they've improved dramatically from the free throw line. Free throws have been pretty even. They'll kind of get skewed here a little bit, probably down the stretch of this one. But the Ducks came in 6 of 9. They're 1 for 2, so they're 7 of 10 in the game. Full court pressure awaits as Josie Hughes with 5 fouls is deep. She can't foul, so they're going to have people up that can foul. Again, the shot clock's in effect, so they don't have to foul yet. They will get another possession since they were down by 1. But Brooks is going to pick up her 4th foul. At the free throw line is Ellsbury. She missed her first 2, made her second 2 just moments ago. 45.0 seconds left on the clock. So it's a big set of free throws. She's hit 3 in a row, and her team's up by 4, 48-44. Second one, off, no good. Harkey wanted to come in. They buzzed it thinking it was going in. It did not go in. So it's a 4-point game, 43.5 seconds remaining. After those 2, Ellsbury remains 50% from the free throw line. Ava Kramer is going to drive, puts the shot up, can't get it to fall, but she's going to get fouled. She'll get a couple free throws. Scoring with the clock stopped. 24, I believe. Nope, Rachel Fender, number 10, got the foul. It's her 3rd, team's 4th. A couple free throws coming for the freshman Ava Kramer. First one's off, no good. And Brooks coming back in. Maggie French takes a seat. 35.0 seconds left. Second one is good. So back to a 1-possession game. Down low. Shot up. Off, no good. And that's a huge miss. Didn't need to shoot. She did. Katie Miller with it. She's going to pull up free throw or from just inside the free throw line. Her shot is short. Now it's going to be thrown down to Ellsbury. Ellsbury is going to. They give her a timeout. It's a full timeout. It'll be the final timeout for the Tigers. Havana still has 2 with 14.2 seconds left. This has been a long last minute or so here. And neither team has been able to make anything happen. Bring the back up. Bring the back up. That's down, dear. Up. There you go. 14.2 seconds left. 48-45. Meskin is going to inbound for the Tigers. She gets it into Ellsbury. And Brooks is going to foul out. Harkey's going to go to the free throw line. That'll be 5 on Brooks. Harkey, who is 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. Checking in is going to be number 15, Evie Smith. 9.6 seconds remaining. Have to think if she can get one of these, the odds are pretty good that Sherrard can hold on to a win. We'll see what happens here. First one is no good. Off front iron. Maggie French checking back in. Evie Smith is going to check out. Second one. That looks good. It is good. Josie Harkey hits a big one. 9.6 seconds left. Hughes with it. She's going to go for 2, and she's going to be fouled, and she'll get free throws. Josie Hughes, the senior, 23 points in the game. Fouls on Ellsbury. That's 4 on Adeline Ellsbury. Josie Hughes hits the first. That's how you ice a shooter without a timeout, as you question whether there was actually 5 fouls or not. Not saying for sure that's what Coach Swanson was doing, but wasn't a bad idea if that's what he was doing. Second one, good as well. It's a 2-point game. Timeout Havana with 7.4 seconds remaining. Never mind what I said about the 2-1 free throw, making it pretty hard. Guess I don't. I've only watched basketball for like 30 years, about 20 games a year, 40. You'd thought that my normal beliefs would have been correct, but not this time. It's a 2-point game, 49-47, 7.4 seconds remaining. So Havana has to foul immediately if they can't get a steal. Did I miss a 3? I must have missed a 3, didn't I?
Well, you missed the 2 free throws, and we're down by 1 anyway.
No, I suck at this game.
It's a long game. I get you. It happens.
Know what I mean, folks, not what I say. 49-47. It's going to be Meskin to inbound again. And a foul is going to be called. It's going to be on Olivia Kramer to be her third. 5.9 seconds remaining. I'm going to say it again. If she can hit both of these and get it to 4, they're probably pretty safe. Fender from the free throw line. First one, no good. Second one coming here. 5.9 seconds left. Missed that one. Miller with the rebound. She throws it away. And clock runs out. That's a very unfortunate ending to a game that had the opportunity to be a good one there at the end. 49-47. The final here from Adeline Ellsbury is going to be the player of the game for this game. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some stats in just a moment. You're watching the A-Town Holiday Classic on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you, and we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've...
Welcome back here as we have got the final 49-47. The Tigers hold on to beat the Ducks. For the Ducks, a game-high 25 for Josie Hughes. She was 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 11 points also for Katie Miller. She was 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. 3 points for Ava Kramer, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Jenna Brooks. 2 points for Olivia Kramer, who was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Evie Smith. And 2 points for Aslan Nemelman. Player of the game with a team-high 15 points was Adeline Ellsbury. She was 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 of 4 in the fourth quarter. 12 points for Violet Meskin. She was only 1 of 6 from the free throw line, though. 11 points for Grace Bonert. She was 1 of 1 from the free throw line. 3 points, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe for Tegan Nelson. No points, 0 of 2 for for Rachel Fender. 6 points, 2 of 3 from the free throw line for Josie Harkey. 2 points for Ellie Swanson. They finished 8 of 20 from the charity stripe. The Ducks were 10 of 15 from the free throw line. 9 jump balls in the game. So that'll do it. We'll be back with Macomb and Rock Ridge next in about 5 to 10 minutes. You're watching an A-Town Holiday Tournament on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.